Hi guys. So Discord just hinted that they might be integrating with Ethereum and integrating with the use of NFTs on Discord, and people are not happy about that on Twitter. And I just wanted to make a short video just covering this and talking a little bit about it because I think there's several interesting things about this. It said something about the opportunity that we have right now as investors in crypto, but it also is a good reminder of how you can somehow, or sometimes when you're so into this space and you read about it every day, what's happening in crypto and so on, and you are following a lot of people on Twitter, for example, that are also into crypto, you can kind of get this feeling that everybody in the world is in on this thing. And when something like this happens, it becomes very clear that that's not the case. So yeah, let's just take a look at the news and people's reactions, and we'll talk about it a little bit in depth. So here's an article, Discord CEO hints at Ethereum compatibility. Jason Citron, I think that's how his name is pronounced, posted a screenshot that shows Discord connection on Ethereum, saying probably nothing. So he's showing here the connections page where you can connect to different integrations with Discord, and it shows clearly the Ethereum icon here, and you can see how you can connect your MetaMask or Wallet Connect to Discord. And so he's kind of teasing this in this tweet, and people have not been happy about this. There's a lot of, we'll look at the comments, but there's a lot of like Discord Nitro users unsubscribing from their subscriptions because of this tweet, and God knows why, but let's take a look at what they're saying a little bit. Here is someone saying the main arguments against NFTs are global warming due to the humongous amount of power required, the huge problem of people stealing someone else's art and selling it as an NFT, and a few other scams. So this is what you see a lot when we go through the comments here, is people talking about environmental issues and it being a Ponzi scheme or a scam, and a lot of people being cheated or art being copied and sold as NFTs. And so this seems to be why people are against it mainly, and we'll talk a little bit about that, but let's look at some more comments first. Yeah, so this is another guy not understanding crypto and NFTs. So he's saying, except you only own the token, you don't own the copyright. If a corpo bought that image outright, you'd still have your token, but they could slap it on Mox, duplicate it and sell it again. Did I mention the artist can do this as well? It depends on how it's implemented, the crypto guy here is saying, and the terms of service. Game developers are not going to support NFTs or external content ownership and then turn around and sue people for using that feature. Think bigger and longer term. The game world will evolve beyond what you are used to. We're talking about Discord and IRL, not games. Okay, so you are talking about Discord in a real life sense. How the fuck does that make sense? Discord is not an IRL thing. Discord is primarily made for gamers and for playing games with each other and connecting with each other and creating communities around games, which is actually the same thing that NFTs are doing. So it makes such good sense for Discord to make this, but you can just see from these comments how little people actually understand about NFTs and crypto. But I understand how people can think it's hard to really understand how the art game works in NFTs. I think it becomes way more clear when you talk about gaming, for example, like this guy is also trying to. Because in gaming, it's a whole nother thing. It's not a question of you created something that you now own. It's a question of, for example, you got an item from a loot box or something, and now you actually own that item and you can resell it to someone else and you can prove that ownership. And because it's on that blockchain, it can't be copied and it can't be destroyed. And so that is real fucking ownership of that thing. You can rent it out, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with it. And there are scams going on with NFTs. You just saw the whole series about Rubet from Coffeezilla, and Some Ordinary Gamer, and Philion, I think, was in on it as well. So there are scams going on in the crypto world, definitely. But so is there any like new technology that emerges that is disruptive or creates a lot of possibilities for making money? Scammers are going to flock to that in the beginning, and then kind of people are going to have to figure out how to avoid the scams and so on, just like with the internet. I kindly request that you do not engage in the NFT scene. I want an app that does not enable money laundering scheme that is also proven to contribute to climate change. The last thing that I want as a user of your product is to hurt the environment, which I care about deeply. This is just like anyone complaining on Twitter or anyone else, and also using Discord, by the way, complaining about not wanting to hurt the environment. It just doesn't make sense, because like the biggest threat to the environment like right now is just the use of the internet and cloud and social media and like YouTube and all of these like streaming services and so on. It's a huge burden environmentally because of all of the energy costs. Okay, just one more. I've been a Nitro subscriber and a member of Hype Squad and an active part of the community. I've built groups and taught other people how to use Discord. If you push NFTs though, I guarantee you that I and so many others will be tossing you in the same bin as Skype. See, it's exactly reactions like this that I wanted to highlight and talk a little bit about, because it's wild when you are a lot into like NFTs and crypto. It seems crazy, this reaction that people are having to Discord integrating with this technology. It seems like, how does this in any remote way make any sense at all, that people would be so afraid or so angry at them for doing this? But what we need to understand, even though we are very interested in this space and invested in this space, and we might think that this is such a great partnership or integration that they're doing, we need to realize that it's not the whole world that thinks this way. A lot of people out there see crypto and NFTs as pyramid schemes and scams, and so there's actually a lot of resistance to this, to the mass adoption of this. Now, this is why one of the reasons why I'm such a big fan of the whole metaverse vision, and especially Facebook coming out and saying that they are now investing $10 billion just this year in creating stuff for the metaverse, is that we need big corporations like this to push these average consumers that are not going to sit down and do the research themselves. What they need to get into crypto is products. They need consumer products that they want to buy, to understand why they would ever get into this space, and we're just not there yet. But that is also a huge opportunity for us, because that means that we can get in now, before everyone understands, before everyone recognizes what an amazing revolution and innovation is happening here. And we've got time. It's still early. You're not too late to jump on the crypto train or the NFT train. It's so early. But in 5-10 years time, this is going to take over so many industries. And again, you need to do your own 10, 30, 40 hours of research. Do not just listen to me, but if you have already done that and you do understand, you know what I'm talking about. For those of us that are invested in Ethereum, this is great news. This is big news that they are gonna, like Discord, like this, like it's set up here in one of the comments, they have 150 million users, right? So these NFTs and Ethereum things are going to be pushed out to all of these 150 million users with this integration, and that is a great upside for Ethereum investors, probably. It's just another step on the way to this being adopted by more and more people. I think all of these people not understanding and being angry and being scared of this new technology is really a big opportunity for us that are invested in it and that are doing the research and that do understand what this is going to become. And if you're doubting, if you're one of the doubters, if you're one of the ones who thinks the same thing about NFTs or crypto, I saw an interview yesterday with Raoul Pal and the founder of Ethereum. I can find it and then link it in the description if you guys want to see it. And it's interesting to see someone like Raoul Pal, because his background, he comes from Goldman Sachs. He's been a hedge fund manager. He's made his entire career out of spotting good investment opportunities. And he's a macro investor, so that means he's not just doing stocks or bonds. He's looking at the entire world, and he's looking at like raw materials. He's looking at gold, he's looking at crops, commodities, he's looking at gas prices, he's looking at uranium, he's looking at like every single thing that you can invest in the world. That's what his background is. That's what he has experience in, and he has worked for one of the biggest companies in the world that is in this space. Now he's thrown himself fully into crypto because he can see where this is going, that this is going to be a new huge asset class that you can invest in on a macro level, just like with gold or like oil or gas or real estate or anything that he's used to looking at. And he's so bullish on something like Ethereum and also Bitcoin and many other platforms. So you've got this guy who's been in the investment industry for many years, who understands macro investing on a deep level, who's doing the math and actually calculating on this, just like he's been doing for Goldman Sachs for many years. He understands it. He's bullish on it. He's getting into it. He's excited about the future of it. And then you have like the average Joe person here on Twitter being very afraid of it. And you need to look at something like this and say, okay, this means that this is a huge opportunity, because you have the experienced people being bullish and you have the inexperienced everyday people being afraid. And that is the opportunity scenario. I think that is a clear sign that this is a huge investment opportunity, because that just means that it's going to take some time for these average people to get into this space. And so we have time to get a lot of money into this space before that happens, and before that mass adoption just starts taking off and everything goes crazy, right? You have seen the same thing with everything like Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. It comes out, people are like, that's stupid, like influencers are stupid, all of these things that are happening in this space are stupid or dumb or even illegal or should be illegal, or they're morally wrong, or whatever people are saying. And then once it hits mass adoption, those people buy into it anyway. And they kind of joke about it like, oh yeah, I thought Snapchat was really stupid and now I have a Snapchat myself. And similar with TikTok and Facebook and every fucking thing, right? So it's just the same thing happening over and over again. And I think the opportunity lies in being able to recognize that right now and saying, oh, this is one of those things. This is like when Facebook came out, or when Twitter came out, or when TikTok came out, or Snapchat, that everyone starts hating on it because they don't understand it. Or when Justin Bieber came out, for that matter, or like Kim Kardashian, or any other like mass thing that has been massively adopted. It always starts out with a large amount of people hating it. And they hate it because a lot of other people are getting hyped up about it, and they don't understand why they're getting so hyped up about it. And so their reaction, and this is a very natural psychological reaction, but their reaction is to reject it and kind of demonize it and mystify it and make it this like evil bad thing that you shouldn't get into. Because if you're not hyped up about it and everyone else seems to be, then you need to have some good reason for that, right? And if it's a bad thing, then that is your good reason, then you're a morally good person for not getting into it. Join the Discord community where we have news coming in there every day. My videos are being shared in there. I'm sharing my research, and we can hopefully have some discussions and help each other make better investment decisions in there. So join the community and leave a like if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll just see you guys in the next video.